One thing I get asked a lot these days, is it going to be a buyer's market in 2021? With an unrelenting lack of supply of homes for sale, it will most likely not be a buyer's market anytime soon. I'm Jessica Miller with the Castle Group and Pacific Platinum Properties. Welcome to Just Listed, Just Sold, where I discuss all things real estate in Los Angeles. And today I'm bringing you your Los Angeles housing market update for November 2020. So housing has lined up in favor of sellers for years now, and it's really due to a low inventory of homes available to purchase, coupled with a strong demand boosted by historically low mortgage rates. It is tough buying a home in today's housing market. So let's look at a very common scenario. A couple browses home after home until they find the one worth seeing. After scheduling a showing, they write an offer to purchase because the house would be perfect for their growing family. It meets all of their requirements, and it even has that added downstairs bonus room that's a perfect guest or office space. So excitement and anticipation are in the air as they wait for a response. Their enthusiasm begins to dim as they find out that there are 9 additional offers on their perfect home. After going back and forth with the seller, the buyers learn that they were not the winning bidder on the home. So now they have to go back to the drawing board and browse for their next opportunity. This scenario plays out repeatedly across the United States, not just in LA County. Many buyers find success, just not immediately. Other buyers, especially in the lower price ranges, write offers over and over again, and it can really seem endless until they find the one that gets accepted. It's frustrating, and buyers often come to a point where they simply just want to give up. Should they wait until the market slows, until it's more in the buyer's favor? Will it get easier anytime soon? Unfortunately, statistics are showing that it's not going to get easier, and it doesn't make sense to wait to purchase. What's going on is simple supply and demand. The active inventory has been at low levels ever since 2012, and a few times has dropped to unprecedented lows from November 2012 through June 2013, from November 2017 through March 2018, and December 2019 through April 2020. There were less than 10,000 homes available to purchase. It has only occurred 3 times since 2012. It just dipped below 10,000 within the last couple of weeks for the second time this year. So the new year will start at levels similar to the start to this year. That means that inventory in 2021 will be below 10,000 homes well into the spring market. Demand, being the last 30 days of new escrow activity, is also currently at unprecedented levels. The spring and summer markets from 2013 to 2019 have ranged between 5,000 to 6,000 pending sales. Today's demand is at 5,852, so above the 5,000 threshold. It has not been this high at the end of November since 2012, when we came out of the Great Recession slumber, and it was sizzling hot. With mortgage rates at record low levels below 3%, demand will remain elevated. The low mortgage rate environment is forecasted to continue throughout 2021. Another way to gauge just how hot the market is today is to look at the spread between the supply of available homes to purchase and the current demand levels. When the number of homes is going into escrow is close to the number of available homes, it indicates a powerful market that leans heavily in favor of sellers. That is precisely where it sits today. The difference between the number of available homes and demand is 4,133. It was 6,217 last year and 10,474 just 2 years ago. The only time we've seen that spread in inventory and demand dip below 4,200 prior was between October 2012 through July 2013. That is also when home values appreciated rapidly. There were not enough homes available to satiate the voracious appetite of buyer demand. So it is not going to get easier anytime soon for buyers. I wish it was, but waiting is just not the answer. Based upon today's supply and demand, the longer a buyer waits, the more homes will appreciate. So that means the cost is going up. That will be the story in 2021. Additionally, mortgage rates are just at unprecedented record low levels. According to Freddie Mac's weekly primary mortgage market survey released November 25th, the 30-year fixed remained at 2.72%. That's insanely low. And they're not forecasted to go lower in 2021. In fact, there's a stronger chance that they will slightly rise as the economy improves next year. Higher rates combined with higher prices does not work in a buyer's favor. Works for sellers, just not buyers. So attention buyers, do not wait to purchase. Delaying a purchase will result in higher prices and higher mortgage rates, cutting into home affordability. The current housing market may be frustrating, but it would be foolish to wait and not take advantage of record low rates and lower home values. Shopping for a new home is actually sort of like dating. If you don't put yourself out there by actively looking, or in this case, actively engaging with the market, you can potentially miss out on the right one. So let's look at active listings. The current active inventory plunged by 6% in the last 2 weeks, its largest drop of the year. The active listing inventory dropped by 614 homes in the past 2 weeks, down 6%, and now sits at 9,985. It is the largest drop of the year and the lowest level for an end of November since 2017. Now that housing is in the thick of the holiday market, we can expect inventory to rapidly drop through the end of the year. December is cyclically when fewer homeowners opt to sell their home due to the time of year. It is also when unsuccessful sellers throw in the towel. So they choose to enjoy the holidays and wait until the spring market to put that property back on. The lack of available homes to purchase will set the stage for a very, very hot 2021. So even with this drop in active inventory, there are more homes coming on the market right now compared to last year. COVID-19 suppressed homeowners from entering the fray early in the year, but that ended in Los Angeles County in July. Now there are more homes on the market year over year. From mid-October to mid-November, there were 8% more homes that came on the market compared to 2019, an additional 555 for sale signs out there. So even with the recent increase in COVID-19 cases, homeowners are being lured into selling their homes for one reason or another. Last year at this time, there were 10,915 homes on the market, 930 additional homes, or 9% more. There were more choices for buyers last year than now. Demand did sink by 7% in the past 2 weeks. Demand again is measured by the number of new pending sales over the prior month, which decreased from 6,300 to 5,852, so down 7%. Even with the drop, it's still the highest demand reading for an end to November since 2012. With the active inventory dropping, there are fewer choices for sellers, which translates to fewer escrows and a drop in demand. Also, many buyers are sidelining their home purchasing efforts to focus and enjoy the holidays. This is a cyclical phenomenon that occurs between Thanksgiving and New Year's Day each year, so expect it to continue until we ring in 2021. Last year, demand was at 4,698, which is about 20% less than today. In the past 2 weeks, the expected market time increased from 50 to 51 days. So still a very hot seller's market. Anything less than 60 days, we consider a hot seller's market. So sellers are calling the shots, negotiating the entire process, and that seems to be continuing to go on. So in the luxury end, the luxury market cooled a little bit with a substantial drop in demand. In the past 2 weeks, demand for homes above 1.5 million decreased by 69 pending sales, down 9%, and now totals 705, its lowest level since June. The holiday market is denoted by a drop in both supply and demand, yet demand is dropping at a more rapid rate compared to the luxury inventory of available homes to purchase. The luxury inventory shed about 120 homes, or 3%, and now totals 3,599, its lowest level since July. With a giant drop in demand, the overall expected market time for homes priced above 1.5 million increased from 144 to 153 days in the past couple of weeks. Today's 153 expected market time is strong for this time of year, luxury in the holidays. Year over year, luxury demand is up by about 51%, and the active luxury listing inventory is also up by 12%. The expected market time last year was at 207 days, so clearly slower than today. For homes priced between 1.5 to 2 million in the past 2 weeks, the expected market time remained unchanged at 91 days. For homes priced between 2 million and 3 million, the expected market time increased from 124 to 135 days. For homes priced between 3 to 4 million, the expected market time increased from 166 to 191 days. For homes priced above 4 million, the expected market time increased from 345 to 370 days. At 370 days, a seller would be looking at placing their home into escrow around December 2021. Okay, so I know I've covered a lot of ground in this Los Angeles housing market update. If you have any questions or feedback, I would really love to hear about it in the comments below, or you can feel free to send me a DM. I would love to speak to you. We can grab a cup of coffee. If you enjoyed this video, which I really hope you did, let me know by liking or subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful day, and let's talk soon.